Good Sunday morning. I'm Jaden Jefferson, and welcome to this week's Community Focus. Right now, I'm joined by Savannah Marten, and she's going to talk to me a little bit about a new partnership between the Pregnancy Center as well as Mom's House of Toledo. So thanks for joining me.
Absolutely. Jaden, thanks for everything that you do in this community. You are such a ray of sunshine, and it's an honor to be with you and to share about this project that we are working on.
Well, thank you. So, first, tell me about this partnership. Where did it originate, and what are some of the objectives that need to be accomplished with it?
Absolutely. So, the Pregnancy Center is a nonprofit organization in Northwest Ohio that deals primarily with mothers and fathers who are experiencing some barriers to care in terms of caring and parenting their children. And we kind of meet three different needs through the outreach of the Pregnancy Center. The first one is that we're a limited medical facility. The second is that we have a case management program that really works to get those moms and dads connected to the resources that they need as they step into motherhood and fatherhood. And then we have an educational program. And so we created this partnership in 2018 where when our moms came in for their ultrasound, we could actually get them on the waiting list at Mom's House so that by the time that they gave birth, that they would be at the top of the waiting list. And we, on average, refer about 20 to 24 moms a year into the Mom's House program. And so we blew their waiting list up.
The groundbreaking just happened for that new facility that Mom's House will now have in our community. And so, talk about some of the things that weren't available before that will now be available as a result of having this second facility for Mom's House, where the Pregnancy Center can also come in.
Yeah. The number one thing is this is going to wipe the waiting list down for Mom's House. And so that, like, in and of itself, like, moms are not going to be turned away or put on a long waiting list. That is probably one of the things I'm most excited about this. We believe that moms should not have to choose between their children and their education. Like, Northwest Ohio is such a good place. And like, women can do both of those things. Like, we believe that moms are superheroes. And so, like, they can go to school, they can get their degree, and they can be mothers. And so I'm wildly excited about that. I think the other thing, Jaden, that I'm so excited about is, again, all of these organizations already existed. But when you have multiple barriers to care that are spread all across this community and you don't know how to navigate that system, we always say our job is to advocate for her and with her in the community.
And kind of talk about the different needs of mothers when they're entering into your program. And a lot of the time, there's a lot on their plate. And so, what are some of the different things that they're having to deal with?
Yeah, that's huge. So, our area really is unfortunately a hotspot for both maternal and infant mortality. Those are things that we're wildly passionate about. Getting women into care early is one of the ways that we can reduce that the most. But unfortunately, the healthcare industry, while we love our hospital systems and our doctors and our nurses in Northwest Ohio, it can be really difficult to navigate that. And so stepping alongside of these women and helping them understand the importance of getting into care early and then empowering them to take ownership of their healthcare and be the person in charge. And so making their own decisions in terms of picking a doctor. So healthcare is a huge one. We like to flip the narrative. We hear a lot of conversations around infant and maternal mortality. We like to talk about maternal and infant vitality. Like, how do we create a community that actually makes sure that mothers and children have vitality? So healthcare is a huge one. Childcare, like we've just talked about, is a massive one, making sure that whether these moms are going into the workforce or they are going back to school, that there are safe places here in Northwest Ohio for their kids to learn and grow as mom is out there changing the world as well. Housing is a huge one, making sure that these families have safe housing here. We're very privileged that we work with some amazing individuals that we can get people into these moms into safe housing. Transportation is a huge one. We work with the city and also with TARDA to ensure safe transportation.
And if people want to learn more about the work of the Pregnancy Center as well as Mom's House, how can they do that?
Yeah, the best place to go, we have a combined website that talks about the project, and then both organizations is rattlethestarstoledo.org.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you. Keep doing all the incredible things that you're doing in our community.
Thank you. And that's this week's Community Focus. I'm Jaden Jefferson, and have a great week.